Yo, dog. We're back online. I think we are. I said to connect. Testing. Looks like we are. Okay. All right. So we're doing part 2. We're going to keep building or trying to build a data flywheel. Yesterday we got... I'm just going to mute this. Okay. Put that down. Pop out the chat. If you're joining in, just let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, if everything's good. We're going to rock and roll. So yesterday we made a little app. Let's bring everything to where we need to go. So this is our app. I wonder if it still works. So if we upload a photo here, this should get stored in Google Cloud. We need to Right, we want to build a little app that allows us to collect images and store them in a Google Cloud storage bucket so that eventually we can have millions of images through here. Okay, so this didn't upload. Refresh. Oh, maybe it did. There we go. Stored image 2. But we also need a way to randomly save like file names. If anyone knows how to do that, I would really appreciate that. So let's figure out what we have to do today. How to build a data flywheel. To do. We want to be able to store loads of images with object key value pairs. And I'm just going to tweet this out so that twitter.com, there we go, twitch.tv/Mr. D Bourke. Let's see my face. Are we live? Yes, we are. Boom. Oh my goodness, I've relocated to Delhi for a while. All the best, Aman and family. Let's go going live on Twitch. Figuring out how to build a data flywheel. Part 2. Yesterday we spent 2 hours figuring out how to write to Google Sheets with Python. Turns out we might not have to. Now I want to say we still might do that actually. We might get that running, but I've been thinking what is the best way. Okay, that'll do. Get out of Twitter before I get distracted. If you want the replays of these streams, they'll be on Daniel Bourke archive channel. I don't know why the latest one isn't there. I just set it live, but doesn't matter. Let's get out of that. So right now we need to update our code. So what we're trying to build is this little Ferris wheel here. I want someone to be able to take a photo of food on an application. We're building the collection of data first. So take a photo of food. The image gets stored in Google Storage. We have this workflow working. Now we want to store metadata about the images in either BigQuery or Google Sheets. I'm going to start with Google Sheets. So we have here. And I just want to get one thing working. And then we can kind of go, why don't we use SQL instead of Google Sheets? So let's read this article and then we'll decide later on, because we might be better off using a database like SQL for, yeah, for metadata. Pokemon characteristics. By the way, we're coming at you live from the northern beaches of Brisbane. Drinking a red tea, but I've added milk to it. I don't think you're supposed to add milk to red tea, maybe. I don't know. It's a red tea is a mixture between black tea and green tea. As the Pokemon table grows, Excel or Google Sheets slows down. Yeah, see, this is what we might run into. So we want a relational database. Our data is stored in tables. Let's go to the log of Notion. Log, this was yesterday and today. Might actually get some code on GitHub by the end of today. Should we use Excel or SQL? SQL becomes faster. SQL is just like saying your data is in a relational database, aka rows and columns. SQL is much faster than Excel. It can take minutes in SQL to do what it takes nearly an hour to do Excel. Yeah, I think it might be better. There's serious demand from employers for SQL skills. Shivans, what's going on, my friend? Here's what we're building, by the way. So it might be time to start learning some SQL. I've done some SQL before, but not enough. Vicky Lol, what's happening? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining in. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We want to start creating the database. Start with a simple addition to a Google Sheet, then move to SQL and do the same update. So the premise is going to be the same. We want to store the same kind of data. We've got object storage. That's also what I wanted to look up. What's the best way to store image data in Google storage? What's ORM? Milkshake? No, this is actually red tea with milk in it though. So I don't think that's the right. I shouldn't have probably put milk in it, but I usually have milk with tea, so who knows? It tastes all right. I'm enjoying it. How to use Cloud Run? What's imagemagic.org? Okay, I don't need that. See, because if we go to Google Storage, see, this is fun, figuring out how to do all things. I think it's stored as... like, they're not stored as a JPEG. There's 2 thumbs up. They're stored as a document. So if we look at this, kind document, I'm wondering if that's the best way to store images. Because if you download it, it turns into a document. Let's go to our... let's see if we can store them as JPEGs. Is that the right way to do it? Store images as document, data type, or JPEG. Here we go. What data type should be used for saving images in a database? What is a blob? Save the image URLs in the database. Yeah, that's what we want to do. That's exactly what we want to do. I'm in charge of some applications that manage many terabytes of images. Oh my goodness. Yes. Let's copy this. See, this is what we want. Store file paths in database. Store image objects, blobs in object storage. There are a couple of issues. Database storage is usually more expensive than file system storage. Databases are for structured data, not blobs. Okay, we figured that out. Now, let's figure out here. If we go back to Streamlit, we got a few things on the go here, but that's kind of just what we're going to be doing anyway. upload file, or file uploader. Uploaded file or list of uploaded files. So maybe we want to store, what if I store it as a .jpeg? What happens there? All images that get uploaded are going to be JPEG. And we want pill. Let's go look at the pill image class. Pill image class. Christopher, thank you. Data lake. I think you're right about the data lake. I think eventually it will need a data lake, but for now I think we can get away with object storing. Yeah, so they store everything. Yeah, data lake just collects everything and just puts it all in one hit. Okay, let's just see if I can upload this image here. What happens? If we go back to Streamlit, rerun. Okay. Now, if we go to Google Storage, what happened there? Hey, so it really doesn't matter how we store these images for now. Okay, let's just store them as JPEGs. but we need to generate a random key here. That's what we got to look into next. So let's, how to generate random keys for file name saves. Python generate random file name. UID module. Here we go. This module provides immutable UID objects. A random, okay, UID 4. Let's try this out. Cass, how are you? And then file name equals wonderful. Okay. So that's how we could generate, just continually keep generating new. I love it. It has been a while, Cass, but I'm going to be getting straight back into streaming for probably the rest of the year at least, and therefore after. I've got a big project I'd like to work on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, team. We need to generate a unique file name. Where can we create a unique file name? Every time we upload an image, we want to give it a unique file name. And then we can then map that unique file name in a relational database like this. Let's get out of a few things. BigQuery. So now we've got the Python UID module. Ashik, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the stream. We are learning how to... Did you see this yesterday, Ashik? Oh, that's a video. This is what we've got so far. The data flywheel we're building for Food Vision. I want to replicate this system. So far we've got a little Streamlit application. Let's build in the unique file name. I think we can do up here maybe. Where should we generate the unique file name? We could also get the time and date there. A data flywheel is it's kind of like this, a data engine. So you have a data source, you can collect data from that. If your model doesn't perform how you'd like it to perform, you can find pieces of data which you can improve upon, find examples from your system, improve those examples, and then retrain a model, deploy that. So this is Tesla's data flywheel. This is what I want to build for food vision. I'm calling it, I've got a name for it, Nutrify. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Nutrify. So this is Nutrify. In other words, I want to take a photo of food, upload that to Google Storage, save that. A food vision model comes back to the application. So essentially, the workflow is take a photo of food. The person will see a food vision model, which is trained up here, will identify that food. The food image gets sent to a nutrition information database, and then other information about that food gets sent back to the device. But in the background, we have that image also gets uploaded and stored in Google Cloud Storage. Metadata about that image gets saved in a database. So that's going to be like I'm starting with Google Sheets. I'm probably eventually going to go to SQL. Then we train a huge model on all the images in here. We compress that model, put it on the device, and then it just becomes this data flywheel. So images get taken, they get uploaded to the database, the model gets better, and if the model needs to be improved, well, the person using it can tell us, hey, this is the wrong food, and then that gets incorporated into the flywheel. So what we're now building to begin with is this first little part. So we need a way, a basic application that's going to, where's my whimsical? This is what we're building, just this little cycle here. That's what I'm going to start with. Right, we need to start collecting, we need to make the biggest food image database in the world. So if you're in for that, please keep watching the streams, and once this app is ready and live, please upload your photos of food. But we want to keep it simple, right? This is all it's going to be. Just upload a photo of food and help build the world's biggest food image database. Let me move my face. Come up here. If that sounds fun to you, well, it sounds fun to me. Yeah. So the world's biggest food image database, that's what we're going to be working on. We need to build that. Stanford's guest lecture on this one, Sheik, is that we're actually going to be building the entire system. The difference between the Stanford's guest lecture and this. We're actually going to be building the full stack application rather than just talking about it. So let's just create this unique file name here. We can change it. Unique file name. Or maybe we should do def create unique file name. And then creates a unique file name for storing uploaded images. Now I wonder what's best practice. Return. We need to import UUID. Maybe this can go in create your unique file name. We can put that somewhere else later. I'll just put it here for the time being. I just want to make sure it works. But we do need to import UUID. Should we put that there? Pseudo maze, what's going on? You're exactly right, Ashik. Exactly right. That's the whole idea of the data flywheel. As soon as this system's in place, we're going to automate the model code so that every time like new images are uploaded, we'll train a new model like once a week, and then we'll just keep redeploying the better model, and then more food will get added, more photos will get added, and then we'll just keep this wheel turning, baby. Keep this wheel turning, but we need a way to start collecting data and uploading it. That's why we're building this small little app. I want this app to just be literally like you go to a website and it's you take a photo of food and upload it, and then it gets stored here, and then we can just start to really churn the data engine on that. So now let's test out our application one more time. So now it should upload with a unique file name. So we'll rerun this. Browse files. Let's upload this photo of a hamburger. Yeah, so eventually this, like Google Storage can handle unlimited amounts of data, right? It's got so much data, like it can... Oh, there we go, team. Look at that. That is what our image is going to be stored as, something like this. Unique file name. So what we're going to now create is a way to store this key. So once we've got these keys, oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. If we download this, what do we get? Hamburger. Boom. Okay, so now we need a way to map. So this is going to be our storage bucket. We could just have one Google storage bucket. Imagine this with like 1 million images, right? But then we need a way to map these image keys to a structured database like this. So we could go image ID, which is that long file name there. And then we could go upload time here. We could get the height of the image. We could get the width of the image. We could get label, everything, right? We're going to start with Excel, but then we're going to move into an actual database later on. But I just want to start with Excel. So see here, we've got a way now to store images. So let's get up here. Let's upload the chicken wings and see what happens. So this is going to be a simple app that all it will do is that once it's uploaded, we can just store images. All we need, we just need to start creating a database of so many images, it's not funny. And then once we have all the data, we can start to build fancy models over the top. So if we refresh, boom, look at that. We have a new image just uploaded. Chickenwings.jpg. We see this is created at September 9, 2/25/23. 2/25 up here. And then we click on this. Download. What do we get? We get chickenwings.jpg. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's add some things that is going to enable us to track information about the images in here. So every time an image gets uploaded, we want to store its image ID, its unique ID, when it was uploaded, so like a timestamp, the height, the width, the label, yada yada yada. We can do all of that later on. What about the incorrect labels? So we're going to handle that later. So what we'll do is we actually don't need all the correct labels from people, because we'll have a system in place. We'll build like a large model to begin with based on like the food 101 data set, and then we'll keep going. So what we can do I'll show you the overview. This is hard for me to explain because I don't fully understand it yet, but I will sort of be trying to build it like this. We can have one big storage bucket of images, and then we can get more and more fancy with the models that we build over it. We can build models with the labels that people provide, but we can also use our own models to sort of find out where. The beautiful thing is once we have a huge model, like a really good model, we can run that over the whole database and then go, hey, show us the examples where the label provided by the person disagrees with the model. And then we can, like in the TensorFlow course where we found the most wrong labels, we can then update the data like that. So we can use models to help us actively learn what the real label should be. The label submitted by someone is just sort of like a tip to go, hey, it might be this, it might not. So the disagreements is going to be where we look for the great things. Okay, so this is beautiful. We've got a way to upload images. So let's click on this, copy that, and I'll put a log here. I'm going to start uploading this to GitHub soon. Got a way to store unique named images in Google Storage. Right. So yeah, now let's work on updating the Google Sheets. So I was looking at this one. No, this one. Here we go. Okay, so here's some Python code to save stuff to Google Sheets. Maybe we call this image height, just so we get real specific. Image width, label. And then we could even have another model here. This is speaking out loud again, is that every time an image gets uploaded to Google Storage, we run a model on it to make sure, think about if people can upload whatever image they want, they're going to upload crap. So they're going to upload photos of whatever, they're going to upload naked photos. I mean, this is just what happens. It's the internet. Any internet service that you build kind of just trends eventually towards some sort of nudity. So you could put a model in here that just goes food or not food. And if the image is not food, it just gets deleted. And if the image is food, it gets stored. Simple. You just create a filter right at the start. It has two classes, food or not food. So we need to, okay. Let's figure out how to use this code here. Save to sheets. Credentials equals none. Try this API. Okay. Spreadsheet ID. We'll go, what is this spreadsheet ID? I think it's the URL here. Let me know if you can't see anything on the screen, by the way, if you want me to move my head. Range, I think we can just put A1 because I think the range is just where it starts in the sheet. So it starts at A1. Include values in response. I'm not sure what that means. Insert rows. That's how we want. We just want to insert a row. Response, date, time, render option. Formatted string. Response value, render option. I don't know what that is. And then value input option. Add response body. Values. Okay, so this can be high. Value input option. There we go. See that? That's high. We just put in high. Okay, now let's change it up again and put in like test 2. Test 2. Test 2. Okay, wonderful. So if we look at what is this cell? Format, automatic. Now, I think if we go, and then we go item 3. Test 3. Execute. Okay, we get a 200. There we go. Okay, so it's inserting rows here, but I would prefer it to go like that. That's how we can do this. Test 4. That's how this wants to format, does it? What do we got wrong here? Okay, I think this will now. Where were we? So it might need another list here. Shabamai, hello. My day is amazing. We're currently playing around with Google Sheets. Okay, I need to figure out how to put this across there. Shouldn't be too hard, surely. A1 to AE maybe, to E1. ASMR. You're more than welcome to use me for ASMR. There we go. Okay, we just put in a list of lists. That's easy enough. So image ID, upload time. Should we just start with that? And if the label's blank, we can do the label. Okay, let's create an input here in our Streamlit app. This is going to upload the image straight away, but we want to link. Yeah, we want it to click upload. So let's do that next. We'll figure out how we can get a single line in here to. So let's create a new script. Okay. We want to create a function that does this. But I think we've already got G sheets here. I need to set up my sample. Okay, so we've got that now. Let's see what happens when we just run this. Okay. Day Adam, you're more than welcome to use me as ASMR. Troubleshoot what's happening here. See, I'm pretty sure I might need to change something here. Credentials. Where is it checking for credentials? Let's change this to Google Drive creds. Authorize one of the following scopes. I think this is what happens here, scope. I'm just going to copy this and see what happens. Credentials. Let's try change this to have I thought about starting a Discord? I'm already a part of a few Discords. Not personally, though. There's the sheets. A1 notation of a range to search for a logical table of data. So let's go back to this API and see what we need to store here. It should be I might functionize this as well. See what happens when we run this, eh? Hey Kwaku, what's happening? Welcome to the stream. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube videos. Okay, I'm going to put in these. See what happens. What's it expecting in the value range body? Wow, this is just... I have to come to Stack Overflow because Google's documentation resource on... because Google's documentation is shocking. So Stack Overflow it is. So we get credentials, yes. Spreadsheet ID equals spreadsheet ID. Range equals range. Actually don't need the underscore there. So let's get rid of that. Actually, I think that's why they had that there. Range equals range. Now, what did they put for that? A to E. We want sheet 1, A, E. All the columns. This should do this programmatically though. Value range body. Ashik, you might want to share the Artificialist Discord here. This is much easier to use. Body equals resource, value body range. Value range body. So then we need to go major dimension rows and then values team. I think we're on here. You ready? Let's see what happens. So we've got this spreadsheet here. Maybe we delete all of this to begin with. And we see what happens. We're up to here. No, Ashik, you can feel free to put whatever you want in the chat. So, Siobhan's, if I put the microphone here, is that... It's not too much? I'm still trying to work out what the optimal gain is. Should I, like if I'm breathing here, like I'm breathing pretty heavily right now. I don't know if, tell me if this is a good level of microphone if I put it here. I'm trying to figure out. Maybe it should be a fist gap in front. Or maybe if I move it up here but turn the gain down. See if I'm breathing here. Now if I go a fist. I got the fist here. I'll put the fist. So let's see what happens if we go save to G Sheets. Oh, friends, look at that. Boom, did you see that? We got a little something to add to G Sheets, G Sheets, G Sheets, G Sheets. Now, let's try a list of lists. What happens if we do that? So what I want, of course, is to upload it across here rather than straight down. So let's see what happens if we do this again. Okay, we got an error. Clear. Oh, I think I know. We should just get rid of these. We want make a list of a list. One value in the inner list for each column. G Sheets, G Sheets, G Sheets. So this is the same sort of update we're going to put into an SQL setup. E.g. col 1, col 2, col 3. I hope this works. Okay, you ready? We'll run this again. So this is the sheet. This is what we currently have. We want to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Boom, team. Have a go at that. That's what's up. Here we go. I'll post that Discord link in there. Bunch of artificial intelligence enthusiasts. So we've got a way to add values. Okay, this is excellent. Now let's functionize this. Let's can all of this. Can. And now let's functionize this. Save to gsheets.py. Credentials. Let's go. So what do we want to post? We want just a function that's going to just post the request. It's going to just execute the request. So what if I run this right now? There we go, team. Holler at your boy. That's what we want. Okay, now let's functionize this. I wonder if there's a shortcut. So we don't need that. We just need to basically create this. Scope. I might just functionize the whole thing once we've got the credentials. Here we go. Def. Append values to Gsheet. Return response. Might get rid of that. Okay, and then we want how do you define a type in Python? What's the syntax? Typesetting in Python. Yeah, we want list. Values to add, and then we want... This could probably be a class, but I'm not gonna... Let's go here. Adds values to gsheet. Param. How did Google format their docstring? Args. There we go. Args. Values to add. Values to append to target gsheet. In format of list. One item per column, e.g. Okay, team, I think we've got a function here. Let's get rid of this crap. We'll update these so they're... So we know that they're global variables. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shavans. From typing There we go. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's import this. Rich. Oh, nice. Let's get rich. Okay, so now we're going to use our, thank you for that, sudo maze. So now we're going to add a value to G Sheets every time we upload something to Okay, this code is rough, but that's all right. We just want to get it to work. Okay, so that's normal error logs. And then with Rich. Oh, wow. That is very cool. So I've just updated that. Then we should also put in this doc string. Returns response payload to. Okay. We can put this into a utils file, but let's see what this goes. Okay, we've got print now. Let's see how this looks. I didn't write this. Maybe print did. Rich did. You ready? Okay. So we've got nothing here right now. And it is now $3:22. What image haven't we uploaded? Where's Streamlit? Right, so we've got some chicken wings there. Let's rerun this. I think that's going to automatically upload. Okay, so we've got an error of some sort here. There we go. Oh my goodness. Huge error message. So trace back, install. Let's try this out. Whoa. Okay, so I think this function is wrong. Okay, which one haven't we uploaded? Most of them, but let's try the ramen. Okay, what did we get? Oh, date time is not JSON serializable. Okay. We can fix this. Python turn date time into string. Date time from string. String from time. Okay. But I want it in year, month, day. And then we want year, month, what's capital M? Oh, that's minute. Nope, we want M, little m. What's the standard? Timestamp. Python standard date time format. Like, is it year? There. There we go. Year, month, day, T, something, something. Year, month, day was D. Hour, minute, second. Let's do that. Hour, minute, second. Okay, let's try this out now. Ramen. Trying to upload. Hey, look at that, team. Boom. Now that is some pretty printing right there. You'll like that, pseudo maze. So now let's have a look at our storage bucket. What do we have here? Refresh. Should have a new image. Yes, we do. How do I sort by? Most recently created. Now let's have a look at this. Do we get this? Do we get some ramen here, baby? Some delicious ramen. Yum, yum, yum. And if we go into sheets, look at that, team. Boom. Image ID. Upload time. Wonderful. Now, let's try it again to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Upload some steak. Starting to try and upload. Boom. We've uploaded it. And now if we go back, look at that. Upload time, 9th of September. And we have image ID here. And then we have, if we go back, we download this. Is this a photo of what we just... wait, what did we just upload? Did we just upload that? No, we uploaded steak. Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay, excellent. So now we have a way to track image metadata. Now let's start to enrich this metadata, shall we? We've got images there. Ashik, we don't actually need the upload time at all. But I figured why not? Like, it's easy just to do. It's just a line of code. So it's like if put it this way. If we're just collecting data, as much data as we can always, you can never have enough. So we can always like ignore it later on. But that way we can go, hey, let's just get all the images uploaded in the last month and see what happened. If you know what I mean? And of course they'll have unique timestamps here, but it's good to just have it tracked in some sort of metadata or whatever. We can always adjust this later on. So this is looking good. This is looking real good. Now let's, what did I say we were going to do? Enrich this metadata. I want to put that, come back. Nope. Yes. Here. No, wrong one. Let's minimize this for a second. Put this here. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, here we are. All right, now let's see what else we can add to this metadata. We can put that in the utils. Let's write this to do that later. To do, put the below function in a utils folder later. Now I wonder what attributes the image has. So like if we go into the image class, pill image, pill image class attributes. Do we get a height and stuff like that? Attributes. File name, beautiful. Format. Mode, size. Okay, so it comes in. Okay, so we can get image height and width pretty easy. This is good. Oh, we could get dictionary, a dictionary. This is excellent, team. Okay. So now let's maybe we could get a label here as well. Man, so many people offering me to become famous. Yes, you know what? I do want to become famous. Why can't I be famous? I want to be famous. I want to be famous. No, I'm talking, Siobhan's, I do not want to be famous. But that's just I don't know if you can see the chat. Maybe only I can see the chat. What was that? I can't even pronounce that name. MJ, in M. NGem and M. MJ M&M. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on bigfollows.com. No, thank you. I do not want to become famous. Okay, so what did we say? We wanted to enrich this image data here. Let's do that. Let's do here. Show the image. Now, this could be fixed up. We should create an upload button. Yeah. We can do that in a second, but what have we got? What's the time? 3:36. Okay, I've got to do something probably just after 4. I've got to start preparing dinner. I'm cooking dinner for the family tonight. Ashik, you see what we're doing? Have you seen what we can do here? Let's add image height, image width. What other metadata should we use? Label. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's work on this, getting this updated. Image height equals image.height. Image width equals image.width. Okay, let's make sure that this works. What are my goals with ML and BJJ? I just keep having fun with it. No real goals. Like if I'm making things, I feel good. So there we go. Okay, look at this, team. Boom. Updated. Oh, nice. Oh, what? What happened there? Wait, those images surely don't have the same dimension. Okay, so we got a little issue here. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Let's try upload another image because I think the image height. Image height and image width are always the same. What is happening here? Huh. This is beautiful. Okay, I think the images are actually the same heights. Because let's just try a random image from data, food vision, custom food images, Command I. That's 1536 times 1198. That actually has no more info. Okay, so that's getting auto-generated. And that's 40323024. Okay. Because they're all taken with iPhones. Ah, I see. So they're taken with iPhones, so that's why they're the same. Okay. I get it. I wonder if we can also store some metadata here. Okay, so let's try the chicken wings image, and that should be enough to sort of confirm. There we go. Okay, so we are getting the right details here, team. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, what other information should we collect from here? What can we get? What's the minimum, the maximum we can get? So how about we look into the image class and see what we can get. Size, palette, info. What happens if we get the image info? Okay, I think the image info is going to be that's what's going to be holding us up. Yep, okay, so we get a whole bunch of stuff there. Okay, that really doesn't help us, does it? Okay, I don't think we need the image info. I like in this pretty print, by the way. Image info, that can be canned. None. So the label, let's get a label field here. And I'd like to make this image smaller. This is just pure Streamlit, by the way. Now we might get, let's get an image URL. Could we get a URL stored there? That's going to be from here. We can do that later. Okay, I wanted to display this image with a certain height and width, so it's not the whole thing. Width equals, let's go width equals 500px. Save. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. And we want to also use column width. Should center it. Okay. Oh, Pseudomaze, I think you might be interested in this. Streamlit blog. Yes, I remember this. It's Streamlit. Every time you make an update to the page, it reruns the whole page. But there's a update late recently. Session state. So you can add state to your app now. So if we have this, yada yada yada, I'll just let you read it. So callback functions and session state. Now we can do ST session state. It's still funky. You've tried this out? Well, the good news is I'm not trying to render massive plots. I'm just trying to literally, like, this is just a front end for uploading images to a bucket. So it really just has to be quite simple. Thank you for this. I'm going to check this out. It's not really ML, but most of the things I come back to in Pocket are ML anyway. For running Streamlit with Flask server. Okay, so let's add a label and an upload button. We need docs. Input. Is it ST input? I think it is. Let's just try write it. Label equals ST input. Not ST input? API reference, here we go. Input. Text input. Okay, close enough. Text input, label. What's in this image? Max chars equals 200. Key? Yeah, I'm going to prototype for sure with Streamlit. And then someone was showing me svelte.js, which looks really cool. I never used much JS, but this looks cool. I got a lot of people telling me that this is helpful for creating front ends. But again, for the beginning, like you have to keep it simple. You can't get much more simple than Streamlit. Okay, label, and then let's go back. How does this look? chicken wings. Yeah, so every time we hit something, it's going to re-upload this image. So that's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, front end wise, the whole thing is going to be streamlit for now. Let's see how we can get this label into here. The thing is, it's going to re-upload the same image every time unless we cache it. That's what we're going to have to. That'll probably be the next stream. There's a JavaScript framework every year, a new one. I think Mark would probably have the law of JavaScript frameworks every year. The number of JavaScript frameworks is like half of Moore's law. Computing, what's Moore's law? Computing power doubles every year. The number of JavaScript frameworks increases by 1 every year. So we want submit button equals st button label equals submit. Label equals upload image. st right. If you click upload image, your image will be stored on Nutrify servers and used to create the largest food image database in the world. Major point. If you click upload image, your image will be stored on Nutrify servers and used to create the largest food image database in the world. Okay. Look, I honestly just want this to be like as simple as possible front end for now, because the main thing that I'm going to be wanting to work on is like getting all of the back end stuff together. Like if data gets uploaded, like this just has to be rough. This just has to enable us to create this little cycle here. Where is it? It's gone. Nope, it's here. This just has to enable us to create this in some kind of fashion, right? We're using Google Sheets now, but we're probably going to switch to SQL eventually. But I just wanted an ability to create this little model training system here, to just have objects stored in a large quantity and then just import to a model. The model, you could, when I set this up on GitHub, I'll just put this into CI/CD. As soon as like another X amount of images are uploaded, we just train a model, the model gets redeployed and metrics get trained and etc, etc. Okay, let's now go back to Streamlit and see what happens. Upload image. The button's not really going to do anything at the moment because we need to work out, right now, as soon as we upload an image, it gets displayed. Okay, we can move all of this into so we'll display the image. Okay, this will be good. Submit button. If submit button, upload the image. There we go. Label. What's in this image? And now we're going to add label. How do I make, can you make the input compulsory? No, we'll just leave it at that for now. Let's see what happens if this works. I don't have any model running at all. But right now, I just want to create the database. What's in this image? Steak, eggs, pickles. Enter. Upload image. Team. Oh my goodness. Have a look at that. That is what I'm talking about, baby. The data flywheel is kicking off. I need to learn more about SQL. So for now, Google Sheets is good enough for me. We're going to add probably another one, image URL. That way, image URL. This could probably be created as uploaded. SQL is definitely like future wise, but Sheets, I think Sheets will be good until like we get to like 100,000 rows, and then it's like, I mean, for now we only have 5 columns, so I'm sure Google Sheets will handle a lot. But SQL is definitely like future wise where it's going. But for now, I just literally want to get this app sort of like deployed so that people around the world can start taking photos of their food. Even me, myself. Oh, cancel that. Now let's upload. Let's try again. Make sure it wasn't a fluke. Hamburger. And let's write in here. Hamburger. Fries. Upload. Yeah, see how it refreshes every time? It's printing the image every single time we make a change, but I think we can fix that. So now if we go here, uploaded image, boom. Wonderful. So right now what we could be able to do later on is to get this label. So then you'd have another sheet that would be like or database that would be preds, and every time a prediction is made, like a log gets logged of what that prediction was, and then we could come in here. Look, comma separated values I think is a good way to start with what's here, and then you could just filter. See, that's a thing. How do I make this sheet read only? Anyway, I'll do that later. But I think this is good. This is looking great. I do need to, let's rename this underscores. Rename. Reveal in sidebar. I mean, because this is going to break the Streamlit script, isn't it? There we go. Okay. Control C. Clear. Streamlit run. Boom. Killer Codes, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream, my friend. We have now got something working in Google Sheets. Watch this. I'll show you the whole workflow. So I'm going to delete all of these just so we can demonstrate what we've got. So yesterday we were kind of stuck on getting things uploaded to Google Sheets. The whole idea of this is that we're going to build a data flywheel. For now, we're just starting small. We're building an app that's going to be able to take photos of food, upload them to a database, store the image on Google Storage, because Google Storage is good for objects, which is what images are. And then we're going to store metadata about said image on a relational database, in other words, rows and columns. For now, we're using Google Sheets, but we're probably going to eventually move to SQL, which is not too much different to Google Sheets. So if we go here, the workflow is we upload an image. Let's try this beautiful photo of sushi. Sushi. We can say that sushi's in there. Enter. Apply that. Upload image. Now if we run over here, we've got starting to try and upload. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It generates a random file name ID using the beautiful Python library unique ID. And then if we come to here, we go back. The most recent image was this one. So 223. Oh no. Refresh. Why is that 223? Oh no, this is not sorted, is it? There we go, 401. So just then, and now if we come in here, we have a log of the image ID, the upload time, the height, the width, and the label we submitted from the app. Wonderful. So then if we wanted to find images of sushi, we could go back and plug it into there. So now I need to work out how to deploy this, what the best way is to deploy this. They still have, I think Streamlit gave me access. Let me just hide my screen. I think they gave me access to Streamlit Cloud. Can I deploy Streamlit on Vercel? Let's have a look at Streamlit Cloud. Streamlit Cloud. They're going to deploy my app for free, but maybe I don't want it deployed for free. I want to just host it myself. Power your data team. Formerly, Streamlit sharing is the perfect solution if your app is a public GitHub repo and you'd like anyone in the world to be able to access it. Streamlit apps work anywhere a Python app works. So add your Streamlit app to a public GitHub repo. Add a requirements file. Yeah, secrets management. Okay, we can start to move towards this. Do we have domains? Custom domains? Kaz, what do you mean? Just connect to the public IP Streamlit runs in the terminal? Oh, is there a public IP here? This one? That's local. It's running locally. Or do you mean something different? Cloud. What's the compute power? No limits for public apps. Wow. This is great. Hepta5 says, I might have to wrap this up too, by the way, in a second, team, but I think we've got some good progress. I'll answer your question in a second. I just want to write down what we need to do, what I need to do next. So, just running Streamlit. Okay. Simple addition to Google Sheets. Yes, we can get rid of that. Made a small function to Google Sheets. That's shocking. Let me just go there. That should do. Yep. Okay, and now we need to, next will be done. Make a Streamlit, a simple Streamlit app. We can can that, and then make Streamlit app hold session. Every time a field is changed, whole app shouldn't rerun. And then we're going to get code to GitHub. Upload code to GitHub. Okay, I think that can be the next one. Oh, and then we got to deploy. Deploy app. Streamlit sharing. Google Cloud. Vercel. Etc. Etc. Okay, I think this has been a great stream. We've got some good progress here, team. So the workflow of the app is doing exactly what I'd want it to. SQL, we can move to that. We can figure out how to do that in a future stream. But we have a question here. Move this onto the screen. Random question. Is it normal for software engineers to change jobs every 2 to 3 years? I'm debating looking for a new job since I've been in that role for 2 years and the job market is really hot. I don't want to be labeled as a job hopper since I would be starting my 3rd company in 5 years. Look, I was only at my last company for a year and a bit. I think because the field just changes so much, if your interests change, the technology field just, it's the only constant is change, right? That's a trite saying, but it's true. And so if you feel like, I feel like changes should be made, like for me personally, this is what I would do. As soon as I feel like I'm stagnating, I should mix it up. I feel like I only learn things when I'm surprised or when they're new. Hence why I'm currently working through this project. It's got a lot of things that I haven't actually done before and I've already learned a bunch. Like I'm having a lot of fun here. So if you feel like, but then of course there's the opportunity cost. If you stay at the same place for a number of years, that might be beneficial. But look, for me personally, my sort of habit is to, once I get bored of something, I go on to the next thing. But yeah, there's many different options. So, but then again, of course, skill in one particular thing takes many years to build. So I've kind of, even though I've changed careers the last 5 or so years, probably like 3 or 4 times, they've kind of all still been around machine learning. So yeah, that's my personal advice. But I feel like for the field, I think I've heard that it's quite normal to change quite often, but again, you're probably going to get a different answer whoever you talk to. So this is where we're up to. We'll finish off the stream here. We've got now a way to take a photo of food. The app's not public yet, but it works locally and it will upload to Google Storage and it will store in Google Sheets. We can change this to SQL later. The next thing is to just really make this workflow robust. So this loop here on a deployed app, and we'll see how that goes. So hopefully, maybe in the next stream, there'll be a link you can go to access the Streamlit app and start taking photos of your food and then upload them to Google Storage, and we can start to build Food Vision or Nutrify. And if you want to catch the replays of these streams, you can find them on Daniel Bourke archive channel on YouTube.
So they're unedited on here. So there's yesterday's stream. I don't edit them. Twitch is a good platform for live streaming. I've thought about. So there's yesterday's stream. It's up there. Hepta 5, yeah, parents recommending I not change jobs so much. I mean, look, let's be real. Your parents are probably from a generation that wasn't as sort of tech savvy as we are now. So the field is quite different. So I like to get from people who are older than me, I like to get life advice from those who are a couple of decades older than me, because human nature doesn't really change. But in terms of technology and how business works, it's usually best to get advice from someone who's like 2 to 3 years in front of you, because of how different the field is. So, especially in the technology field. All right. So, thank you all so much for joining in. I will see you at the next stream, which will probably be tomorrow, and we'll look into seeing how we can get the current Food Vision food uploading little app that we've got live and out in the public, and see where it breaks. Peace.